What is a series that you've watched that lasted not even 2 seasons? I mean, it lasted 2 seasons at max, but then it was gone too soon. It gone too soon, Ross. All right. What show have you seen? I can think 9 at the top because I have 9 here. Start with a very obvious one, Spectacular Spider-Man. Just getting it out of the way. That's the most popular one everybody talks about, but I'm not going to do much yapping about that because it speaks for itself. Let's get the superhero stuff out of the way. The other Spider-Man show that lasted 1 season, the MTV Spider-Man starring Neil Patrick Harris, aka Barney Stinson. Now, obviously, this is the show they'll never bring back. Like, they could bring Spectacular back, but not anytime soon. But they could definitely, they're definitely not bringing this back, especially with the animation quality. Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. I haven't watched it yet, but I would like to someday. But it was popular, really well received. It was like the Spectacular Spider-Man for Avengers. All the Marvel stuff out of the way. Let's go on to the other stuff. The Looney Tunes show is probably the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. Just kidding. One of the greatest absolute cinema of all time. It is easily, I love how like there's a lot of franchises that has their Spectacular Spider-Man show where it's the most well received, but so underrated at the same time. Yet so popular, yet so underrated to the point where it canceled the show. I've seen that so many times. We've seen it with Looney Tunes show. It is amazing. But obviously, if you haven't watched the show, please do. You don't even have to know anything about the Looney Tunes characters and just watch it on your own. It's on Tubi for free. It's amazing. I love it. It's goated. Everybody is awesome. Lola and Daffy, Bugs are iconic. Everybody's great. Tina is obviously iconic. Everybody else is pretty great. Everybody else is great. It was too good to the point where my whole family, we all watched it together. Like, most of the show, we all watched it together. That's how engaging that show is. Especially you can, like, if you had parents that grew up with Looney Tunes and they never seen this show, watch it with them. It is goated. It's a spectacular experience. You know who also had a Spectacular Spider-Man variant? Scooby-Doo, Mr. Incorporated. I barely saw the show, but again, like Earth's Mightiest Heroes, never seen the whole thing. I heard it's so well received, like it's the goated version of it. Aside from the original and What's New Scooby-Doo from 2003 or something, that's the most well received show. You know who also had that? The freaking Muppet. I don't watch the show much, but I know my sister had and she really loved it. And the parts I've seen of the show, really funny. Yet, again, a show that lasted one or 2 seasons? I think it was just 1 season. And it died. I don't know what it was. I don't know what happened. Like, I don't know why. It's always at least mainly 2 seasons. It's always, most of the time, it's 2 seasons of a show that was so goated. But because not enough people watched it, it was gone. And people could say, oh, they didn't market it enough. Yeah, but people didn't care. Maybe people didn't care, you know? It just didn't happen, alright? Speaking of which, this is not really a Spectacular Spider-Man moment, but it is wow, this show was very underappreciated or underrated. Sonic Boom. I have a fair share of times experiences with Sonic the character, but Sonic Boom was one of the only ones I actually sat down and watched. Easily the funniest Sonic show. Look, I've never seen another Sonic show. I know people are gonna brave me like, oh, Sonic X or Sonic Prime or something. But no, okay, I haven't seen those yet. I will, at some point. But for now, I feel like I can make a very strong case that Sonic Boom is the funniest show out there. Sonic Boom is the funniest Sonic show ever. It's such a vibe. It is such a laid-back vibe. I love it. Same thing with the Looney Tunes show. It's such a laid-back show. It's so comfortable. I love it. Speaking of slice of life, laid back, I want to go to an anime for a second because this show I watched as a kid. Well, at least in high school, and I felt this show. Saiki K. It's one of those like shows, or at the very least, Saiki himself as a character, he's one of the only underrated but popular characters you'd see often. Like, I often see profile pics of Saiki around. I'm like, cool, you know ball. It's weird to say this because I've only seen season 1. I know what happens in season 2. I didn't watch the full thing, but I should. But I love the heck out of Saiki. I love that kind of it, especially in dub though. The English dub is hilarious. It's hilarious. Like, I'm just thinking about it. I'm already dying. The Dark Reunion. Saiki's shenanigans, how he plays off against everybody else is fun, and like what type of character, all-powerful, like Omega level anime character goes off against. Like, we need to power scale Saiki with other anime characters. Like look, I'm not a fan of power scaling. I'm not a fan of it at all. It's a waste of time, at least if you take it seriously. And if you do it, always know that the winner of any fight is the writer. It does not matter. Point is, I'd like to see Saiki be more mentioned in power scale fights, okay? I mean, we got Ben 10. Why can't I have Saiki? Why not? Also, finally, honorable mention, Downtown, or any MTV show that lasted 1 season and didn't get anything else because MTV, has short attention span back in the day because, what is this, Downtown, Mission Hill, Spider-Man? You can just watch, by now, you can watch those MTV shows on YouTube. Well, a couple of them. And here's the thing, a lot of these shows, as much as they were cut short, I'm willing to admit that you don't have to bring them back. You know, it would be amazing if they do, but only if they bring the same team back. But you don't have to bring them back. Like, the Looney Tunes show is iconic as it is. It doesn't need to continue. Like, it's perfect as it is. And even the ending was practically a great ending. Oh, actually, no, I forgot. The last episode was a Superman parody, which still works because the first episode had a mention of the Superman origin. So yeah, it was like a cool callback. It wasn't funny. That episode unfortunately wasn't funny, but it was very like, oh, because we want to do a Superman episode, here we go. And I'm like, fair. Same thing with Psyche. At least Psyche had an ending. At least Psyche had like an actual prominent ending. It wasn't cut short. At least there's some that you don't have to bring back. You can, but hey, that's my opinion. What show have I not mentioned that you want to bring back? That is like last one season or two. And just poofed.